All right, thank you everybody for making it out tonight. We appreciate you taking time out of your day to come and support InvestNest. This nonprofit organization began in 2018 at Wasatch High School. We are beyond excited to present our first year of statewide InvestNest. This year, we are giving away $20,000 to our first place winner. A big thank you to Davies Allen for founding and producing InvestNest. And thank you to our title sponsor, Zions Bank. Now let's introduce this year's honorary judges.
Our first judge is Casey Baugh with Sandlot Partners. Our second is Jeanette Bennett with Utah Valley Magazine. Our third is Sydney Tetro she's the CEO of Brandless. Our fourth is Mike Glauser, Executive Director of the Center of Entrepreneurship at Utah State University. And our last judge is Jennifer Christopoulos with the Executive Vice President and Director of Zions Bank.
Thank you, judges, and thank you, Zions Bank, for your donations and support this year. Please welcome our first presenter of the night, Carson Graves.
Yeah, you can find us where the party's at. This is how we roll.
Some Jordans and Nikes I want you guys to check out. Hello, so my name is Carson Graves, and I am the founder and owner of Gravy's Kicks LLC. Let's see, so I buy and resell sneakers. So I buy those limited, hard-to-get sneakers from retailers like Nike, Jordan, and Adidas. And so when they release, they have super low stock with a very high demand. And so that creates a resale market. And so when I get my hands on these sneakers, I then sell them on through these different revenue streams. And so some of the apps I sell at are StockX and Go. I also sell on eBay. And then some consignment shops I sell at is Top Shelf, which is a local one. And then Flight Club, which is an online consignment shop. And so then I've also sold at these expos and when they've come to Utah. And so how do I get these sneakers? I do it through my reselling cycles, what I like to call it. And so I do a lot of market research. I have to figure out what pairs of sneakers I can buy and make a good profit on and get it for the right price. And so after I figure that out, what pair I want to buy, next is actually sourcing that sneaker, figuring out where I can buy it for the best price. And then after I buy it, I then figure out the best platform to sell it on, like whether that's in a local consignment shop or like on an app to make the most money. And then I wait for it to sell and I get my payout. And so a strength is sourcing. So a couple months ago, I bought a pair of Jordan 3 Mochas on StockX, paid $350 after fees. I ended up selling it a month later on Flight Club for $550 for a payout of $475, making a quick $125. And a weakness of mine is cash flow. I could buy a pair of sneakers, it could take 1 day to sell, or it could take up to even 3 months. And an opportunity is just the potential consignment shops I can get into. And a threat is the Nike restocks. I could have a pair of Nikes, and immediately after they restock, it could lower the price tremendously since there's more supply. And so this is my online and local consignment sales. So like I mentioned before, I sell on Top Shelf, which is a local consignment shop just in downtown Salt Lake. And I also sell on Flight Club, which is an online consignment shop. They have several locations across the country, and I ship my pairs to them. And so currently between these two, I have over $15,000 in inventory, which is over 92 pairs. I've done over $7,000 in profit in the last 4 months, and which is 88 pairs sold. And so sneaker stats, so I have sourced and sold over 1,500 pairs of sneakers, and I currently have over $20,000 in total inventory. And so here are my lifetime sales. So I started back in July of 2020, and I only had a life savings of $1,800. And so I ended up turning that in and done over $320,000 in sales and done over $61,000 in profit. Oh, there we go. And so one of my biggest things is sourcing and actually finding those pairs for consignment shops and getting them and getting that consistent profit that comes from consignment shops rather than relying on Nikes. You never know like when they're gonna like how often you can get their releases, and so the consignment shops are definitely more consistent. And so since winning InvestNest Davis about 2 weeks ago, I have purchased over $2,000 in inventory, and I've made a deal with Clean Kicks Lab, which is a local consignment shop in Bountiful, to put pairs in there. And then I'm working on another local one and an online consignment shop as well. And so kind of my startup cost to really get my foot in the door in these consignment shops is $5,000 for each one, which buys me about 33 pairs at $150 each, which is about an average $70 profit a pair. And that's after the consignment fees and everything. And I'm looking at about $2,300 potential profit, which is a 46% return on investment. And these numbers will help me achieve my short and long-term goals of selling consistently in 4 consignment shops in the next 6 months and selling consistently in 8 consignment shops in a year from now. Questions?
Nice job. Okay, awesome job. And kudos to you for starting in 2020 and just like continuing to build. Like,
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So question for you, have you seen, this market has had lots of competition come in.
Mhm.
Have you found it has been getting harder to get the shoes that you want to be able to sell?
Yes, but I have found several methods of actually sourcing these sneakers, and I'm still able to get them for a good enough price. And these consignment shops, there are so many sneakers you can find and put in there, and they have tons of pairs that they still need and that I can buy.
So I'm impressed with what you're doing so far. Have you tried to develop relationships with any of the suppliers? Like, I know you're small, but long term, have you tried to secure your product line?
Not really with like as much like Nike and Jordan and them, but I am working on getting like actually people that have a lot of pairs and just buying bulk from them, buying it for resale, than to put it in those consignment shops for a higher price.
What have you learned about your demographic that's buying from you as far as age, gender, size of shoe? What have you learning about your demographic?
Definitely like high school kids, especially lately, like teenagers, like because it's more of the trendy thing to wear Jordans and everything. And then there's still like the older sneakerheads that have been into this game since back in the 80s when Michael Jordan was coming out with these Jordans. And so there's definitely still, there's people getting into it every single day, and everyone wants a pair of Jordans.
So do you set the price, or do you let the consignment shop set the price?
I set the price. So I usually try to make like, yeah, if I buy a $150 pair of sneakers, yeah, I try to get that $70 profit. And so that just depends on the consignment shop's fees. Some may take like 15%, some may take like 5%. So I'll just base my price off of their fee.
What's your long-term goal with it? Right now, it feels like it's a great small business.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What do you want to do it? In the future, what could it turn into for you?
Really, I guess, yeah, like in the sneaker stuff, you're really just expanding and just getting into more consignment shops, just meeting more people through that way and just more connections. And that's really an area I can expand and grow in.
Jeanette, what? That's really loud. Jeanette and I think we need this pair, just so you know.
So it sounds like your turn is really great. You put them in the shops, they sell fast. But you've tried, how do you market them to a population where maybe they even say, place orders, I want this kind of a shoe?
I would say like the nice thing with like Jordans and everything, they're already really hyped up. And so like people really want them. And so like in Salt Lake, like the shop I sell at, they already have like their customers that always come to them. And so now I just have my pairs in there that they can just, that they can buy.
Great job. You're doing a great job. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Carson, for that amazing presentation. A special thank you to the Wasatch InvestNest directors, J.W. Davies and Brad Allen. Also, thank you to Jamie Balstead and Danny Labrum for all your help. Our next presenter is Duncan Nemelka. And it might.
All right. Hi, I'm Duncan Nemelka, the founder of Teenwork, a job board for teens. Not every teenager has the advantage of having their parents pay for all their expenses, which means that teens often need to find ways to earn money on their own. Furthermore, some teens may even need to contribute to their family's income. That's why I'm creating, oh, sorry, one sec. I think it's frozen. Okay, that's why I'm creating Teenwork, a job board aimed at helping teens in my community earn money and develop valuable skills that will benefit their future careers. Now, is it frozen? Okay, what is the difference between Teenwork and popular job boards like Indeed.com? First of all, Indeed's target market is now industries worldwide, which means that small players in the restaurant and retail industry are at a disadvantage. Why? Hold on, it keeps freezing. Why? Because industries with high margins and budgets for hiring are willing to pay higher prices for high-value employees, and low margin and budget businesses are stuck paying those same prices while getting lower value employees. For example, meet Jason. During my conversation with him, I learned that he was understaffed and he owns a restaurant. So he goes to Indeed.com to advertise his open positions. He currently pays $400 a month and only gets 3 to 4 resumes sent to him. And out of those resumes, he could like all 3 of them, or he could like none of them, therefore wasting $400 that month. And for companies like Chipotle, hold on, it keeps freezing. Chipotle, who once went through their entire workforce twice in 1 year, that's a lot of hiring, and the numbers add up. So luckily for Jason, we can solve his problem. Teenwork offers a cheaper solution, a different business model, and specifically target high attrition jobs, and offer direct access to his target employees. So let me introduce Alex. Alex is 16 and is looking for a job. And Jason is looking for a new worker. So Teenwork connects them, and Alex gets his job, and Jason gets a new worker. But wait, what about Gabby? Gabby is 13 and also is looking for a job. But Jason only hires 16-year-olds and up, just like most restaurants. But that is okay, because Teenwork wants all teens to find a job. So let me introduce Mrs. Smith. Mrs. Smith has a cat named Mr. Pickles. But Mrs. Smith is going on vacation over the weekend and doesn't know where to find someone to take care of their cat. So they too can use Teenwork. Mrs. Smith can go on vacation, and Gabby gets to work a one-time job. And once Gabby is old enough, she trusts Teenwork and uses us to work a part-time job. Now let me show you how this may look. Here, teens like Alex or Gabby can choose to apply to a part-time or a one-time job, and employers like Jason can post a job. Say Alex clicks part-time jobs. Here he can see how much the job pays, the job description, as well as how many of his friends have applied to work there. And let's say Gabby clicks one-time jobs. Here she can see more jobs as well as how much they pay in the job description. If she wants to view more, she can click view more and create an account with Teenwork. Now let's talk about how Teenwork makes money. Teenwork makes money 2 ways. The first way is through part-time jobs. Remember Jason? Jason can pay a one-time fee of $100 for a guaranteed employee. This is much better compared to paying $400 a month advertising to applicants that may not even want to work for him. And Alex also has an option to refer a friend to come work with him. We also make money through with one-time jobs. Remember Gabby? Her or her parents can pay a monthly membership fee to have access to all the one-time jobs in her community. And after taking care of Mr. Pickles, she already made her money back. There are 20 million teens in the USA, and of those teens, only 1.5 million work during the school year. And I hope that with Teenwork, the other 18 million teens will be able to use Teenwork to work one-time jobs and earn extra money when they have time away from sports or extracurricular activities. Okay. And I first came up with this idea for Teenwork in January, and since March, I've been working hard surveying teens and business owners in my area. And this will eventually be an online platform, but before I do that, I plan on doing things that don't scale by going directly to business owners in my area and connecting them with teens. I'll eventually be building an online platform, as you have seen, and we'll be using products like Upwork to hire offshore developers to create my MVP. I also plan on, now you may be wondering, what about the chicken before the egg dilemma? How do you get teens if you don't have businesses, and how do you get businesses if you don't have teens? Well, I'm currently working with 10 teens for my school, and with help of my mentor, Kevin Santiago, who has access to numerous restaurants in my community, I hope to find those teens a job. I'll also be applying to BYU's and UVU's internship programs to get access to student developers to help create my MVP. And once my MVP is ready, I plan on finding product market fit. Okay, one sec. I also plan on investing in a business license and spending money on advertising. Having worked in the quick serve restaurant industry for 2+ years, I understand the frustrations of working in an understaffed environment. I don't want teens to deal with the same red tape that I dealt with growing up trying to find a job and make some money. Once again, I'm Duncan DeMelco with Teenwork, where we want teens to work how they want. All right, any questions?
Okay, great job.
Thank you.
And I love that you're just like going all in, and I really love that you've done so much great research on like how big is your market size.
Mm-hmm.
So just great job on doing that, because it takes a lot of work not just to have an idea, but to actually go figure out if you can make something. So how long do you think it will take you to get through your 10 people, try to put them into jobs, and then get to building an app?
Yeah, so I'm hoping to get that done by June when school is out, because by that time, all those teens are ready to look for a job and employers are ready to start hiring. So hopefully by June.
I echo what Sydney said. Excellent presentation. Way to work through the tech difficulties as well. Well
That's
done.
unfortunate.
Well done. This is exciting. If you were to win the grand prize tonight, what would be your top priorities for using that
My
money?
top priority would be hiring some developers using Upwork, and then also applying to UVU's and BYU's internship programs. As using Upwork, you can get access, like I said, to offshore developers, which are willing to work for less hourly rate, and then I can get my MVP created.
It's not. Mine isn't.
So, one, I love the branding. I think the name is fantastic. All right, they're all going out.
Technical difficulties everywhere.
Yeah, love the branding, and also that I love that you're thinking of it as a platform.
Yeah.
There's a lot bigger kind of business opportunity. Have you tested this already? Have you gone and found teens and employers and actually like connected them and like got people jobs yet?
That is my next step. I'm really excited to start doing that.
Okay, so right now it's just
Yeah,
it's an idea.
Yeah, since March I've been surveying lots of business owners to find what the real problem is.
We'll share.
Yeah, great job. I mean, I have teens, we talked before, and I think it will be really popular with the teens, so they don't have to go knock doors. So
yeah.
Kudos for identifying something that is a real world, I guess, resolution. I mean, you guys have all asked the questions, but yeah, do you have one?
So one of the important things to do is look at all the competition and substitute solutions and so on. There are a lot of matching services online where you can go find a babysitter or a dog sitter. Who is the biggest competition that you're looking at, and how are you going to be better than those?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so competition I think of for one-time jobs, there's matching things like Rover, but also competitors like Nextdoor, where people like to post, hey, I need someone to come take my trash out. Can some teenager come and take my trash out? And then for part-time jobs, competing with some of the part-time job things like Snag a Job, and there's a new job board called Jipe that's currently popping up. Yeah.
Okay, and that's all the time we have for questions. So thank you, Duncan.
Great job.
Thank you guys.
Okay, and thank you to our amazing judges for being here tonight, and thank you to Wasatch CAPS Director Weston Broadbent for everything he does for InvestNest, as well as the Wasatch student team, Camden Polson, Sheridan Caldwell, and Chloe Moore. Our next presenters are Rutger and Dimitri.
When I first discovered crypto, I quickly found out about crypto mining. I tried mining with my personal computer, but I found that it was too inconvenient to keep on doing it. So I thought of doing it on my phone. I tried out multiple apps, but I found that most of them were scams that didn't even pay, and the ones that did work paid a low flat rate to all users to the point where it wasn't even worth it. I thought it could be done better with a works-based system, leading me to create HashHive. HashHive is a mobile crypto mining company. Crypto mining is solving math equations to verify transactions on a digital ledger, also known as the blockchain. Users who contribute their compute from their computers or phones are called miners. Miners get paid for their contribution in digital currency. Our mission is to give users a way to gain meaningful crypto investments through the unused processing power in their phones. Our main objective is to pay more, which is the most important factor for attracting crypto mining enthusiasts. Our target market is primarily people who are already using mobile mining apps, which are typically younger people aged 18 to 30. We chose this as our target market due to them already believing in crypto investing and actually mining today using other apps. Users can earn larger investments per month through our subscription program. Users can also invite their friends to the app to earn larger investments through our affiliate program. One of our strengths is that we use a stable coin called Monero. We will not create a coin because it is not cost effective and it makes the overall app riskier to us and our consumers. One of our challenges is the FTX crash of November 2022. This influenced the perception of crypto in a negative way, making it seem less reliable as a form of currency. This is why we chose pre-existing mobile miners as our target market, because they already believe in the concept. Our crew is small but capable. For the past 2 years, I've been working at AI technology companies, and we've hired 2 adult engineers to help me design and code the app. I've also recruited my best friend, who is literally a math genius, to do our finances. We have finished 20% of the back-end coding and also finished all of the UI designs, which you can see here.
We have contracted 2 software engineers to help Rutger develop the app. While Rutger's coding time is free, the 2 engineers' time is not and will cost us $12,000 to finish the app. We are also budgeting $3,000 towards Google Ads to attract pre-existing crypto miners. Luckily, our app does not fall into regulatory requirements, so our attorney at Gunderson says we can get by with just $1,500 in legal fees. Cloud computing can cost adult founders up to $20,000 annually, even during their first year, but fortunately, we can use Amazon Web Services. Amazon Web Services is free to students, and we will be students for the next 7 years.
Our first goal is to reach 500 users. This is the minimum amount of users we need to mine a coin. Once we reach 10,000 users, we'll start to implement ads as an additional source of revenue. Our long-term goal is to deliver a 10x return to our investors by selling our app to a large crypto mining company that wants the user base our work-based system has created. When we make money, we'll first make money at 500 users. This is the minimum amount of users we need to mine a coin. We expect to have at least 45,000 users in our first quarter due to a competitor getting 100,000 users in just 3 weeks with Google Ads. With 45,000 users, we can expect $13,000 a month in coins, although most of this will go to our users because we are not a scam. We use the Google AdMob calculator, and with 45,000 users, we can expect $25,000 a month in revenue from ads. And because our overhead is lower than the typical adult team, it'll cost us just $5,500 a month to support the app. Now, this cost won't change if we have 500 users or 15 million users. It'll always stay the same. This means with just 15,000 users, we'll be profitable. Because we won money at the district level, we can finish the development of our beta by the end of this summer. But if we won money tonight, we can finish the development of our app, pay for our initial legal fees, and advertise with Google Ads. This means we can launch our app and make a profit. Any questions?
Yeah, what other experience have you guys, what other experience have you guys had with crypto and blockchain? It sounds like you guys have spent a lot of time on it.
Yeah, we've put a lot of, me and Dimitri have put a lot of our time into researching the subject, crypto in general, and crypto mining.
Okay, first of all, make sure Gunderson holds you to 1,500, whatever on their legal bill. But also, so talk to us a little bit about competition. So, I think your differentiator is the amount that you can pay, but there's lots of people entering this space. So how do you think about competition and the window of time that you have to get into market?
So our biggest competitor currently has 50 million users, but we expect to attract some of their user base because the most important factor for a user in this space is how much the app they're using is paying them. So we expect to attract some of them, and we plan to do that through advertising.
So it was fun to meet you earlier tonight along with the other applicants, and you're freshmen, right?
Correct.
Which is amazing. You have a long runway ahead of you. It's incredible that you're at this point. So I'm wondering, as you talk to your peers about this, how are you able to explain? Do you feel like your peers understand what you're doing? And are your peers your target market? Could that be a differentiator to really go for the young person who has, I know you said your market is people who are already involved, but have you thought about your market being you, other people like you?
So yeah, when I'm talking to my peers, most of them do understand it. And sorry, what was your question again? I kind of.
Would your target market be people like you? You mentioned it would be people already involved, but could it be people in your age group who are not involved?
Yes. So in the future, when we're a profitable business, we plan to expand to users who aren't in the space with just more advertising to spaces not so targeted.
So I'm impressed with what you've done so far at such a young age. We all learned that, all of us that build businesses, we learned that everything costs more, it earns less, and it takes longer. And if you don't have that underlying passion, that purpose of really driving you, that you're so excited about this, you won't quit. What is the passion for crypto? And why do you want to do this as opposed to something else that might even be easier?
I want to do this because I am very passionate about crypto. Even when it was crashing, I was still confident that it would recover, which it has. And yeah, I've just always been passionate about crypto. I've always thought that it's the new thing of my generation that I can really participate in and contribute to it.
So you're in it for the long haul, no matter what happens along the way.
Yes.
Okay, thanks.
Great job, you guys. Good job.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. We would also like to thank the ProvoCaps director, Jan Jardine. Remember to vote for your favorite presentation at the end. Next is Kyson Vanderlinden.
No time to waste. I've got that lightning inside me. This is how legends are made.
So, I am Kyson Vanderlinden. I am a part owner in K&L Services. Can you hear me all well? Perfect. I feel like I have a draw. So we are a welding fabrication and junk removal business. We have between us, and together, we have 5 years in experience in fabrication and welding. Oh. So, some of our stuff we have done are these right here. We have a trailer. It's a trash trailer we built from the ground up. Everything you see in this picture was not there a month earlier. This right here is called a traction channel. What it does is it's a non-slip traction channel. It's designed to get you out of a sticky situation. Where we live, there's a lot of mud, there's a lot of snow, and you get stuck really easy. This breaks the traction and builds surface tension between your tire and the dirt, which pulls you up and out. These are some of the things we fabricated and are selling. This traction channel is being sold at our Third East Auto Napa. Napa agreed to sell these for me. We've currently sold 2, and they're doing really well. I have used them a bunch, and I'm so happy with that product. So that's it. Oh boy, one more. Yeah, there we go. This is the breakdown of those channels, kind of what they cost, what it cost me to make them. These are one of my more successful things, but just the income to make them is rather the hard part. Our next one is Sunbelt. This trailer you saw in the back is equipped with a reverse theory winch system, which brings a metal hammerhead down the end of a trailer and brings it back. So far, there is no one with that design, and we have done lots of research to find it, and we presented it to Sunbelt. Well, they loved it so much that we're now presenting it to their main headquarters in Texas. And that right there is a contract that we can secure through them, which will send one of my welders to Texas for 6 months. What we do is really fun. We enjoy it. We've done it our whole lives. This is our competitions. We've been competing in this since we got into high school. And not only do we weld and fabricate, but we also professionally paint our products. We learned how to paint about 2 years ago, and everything we do now is painted. We do not market it out for other people to paint for us. This was the old way we tracked things. All paper copies, things get lost, things get burned, things get wet. But it was a really fun system because you get to play with crayons. This is how we did it before, how we kept track of everything. We gave them a serial number, which was identified by an order number. The serial number consisted of different numbers, dates, and obviously the bill of sale. We have a contract with KCM Fabrication. They build professional hunting boxes for dogs. There's a lot of line hunting in our area, but they don't have time to build flatbeds for certain vehicles. They had bid out a flatbed for us to build for first, second, and third gen Toyota Tacomas. They need someone to build these flatbeds for them professionally and done right. They said they will be willing to pay for all material if we weld it for them. Each flatbed itself is $7,000. It costs us $2,000 of material to get. Right now, we recently just received our LLC, and we're waiting on our EIN number so we can now file with the state and be able to get our own bank account so we can track everything visually and on the mobile phone. We also split. We have 2 businesses under our one LLC because of how influential the second business was. It's a junk removal business. That first trailer I showed you, we actually built for our second business to remove junk. We have different bids going on right now, but basically we show up to your house, we say, yep, we'll get it out of there. We get it out of there for a decent price. They don't have to worry about it. They don't have to worry about it ever again. We also do deconstructions. In the last month, we've done a single wide trailer deconstruction, a chicken coop, and a carport. This is our Facebook. We've put a lot of what we've done on our Facebook, and it's how we've got actually a lot of our bids. But here comes my favorite part of the whole slideshow. We have a Yelp. Hey, I'm excited, okay? That Yelp, woo! We're the first one that pops up on junk removal in our area, and it also gets us welding bids. This is how we track our jobs now. So instead of physical copies, we have an app called Jobber that not only lets us put the address, the date, but our employees, which we have 2 part-time right now, they actually can clock in and clock out through this app. I schedule the jobs as the moderator. They clock in, clock out, fill out the information, and we can charge people through this app, so it's not everything has to be through cash. Oh, there we go. Oh, great. Perfect. This is just kind of a spreadsheet of our balances. Right now, we're sitting on $21,000 in assets between our shop. That's not counting our two-bay shop. That's just equipment in our shop. In the last couple months, we've brought in $4,000 of income. I know that's not a lot, but our expenses is only $1,300. That's because our business does not require a lot of output, but a lot more input until we get to the fabrication side, which costs a lot in metal, because metal is not cheap. This is just a visual aid so you can see that we are tracking everything through Excel spreadsheet right now. This is our upcoming jobs we have. So I talked to you about our carport rebuild, our Sunbelt trailers, 2 gooseneck rebuilds, horse corral removals, which is a very big job, and then our single wide trailer destruction. Now, I apologize. I talked very fast through this presentation, worried about the 5 minutes. My previous competition, I had 10 minutes, so I was a little concerned. Our next step, what we want to do. Well, everything we've done has been purchased through our pocket. We both work part-time jobs plus some. We've paid through everything with our own money, all of our $21,000 in assets, what we sit on. We hope to, with this, be able to get us a service truck and a light-duty tractor. That way we no longer put wear and tear on our personal vehicles, because as soon as our personal stuff goes down, we go down. That's what we're most excited about this, and that little bit of money will benefit us extremely. We are so excited for this opportunity to stand here in front of you guys and the ability to do all this. Thank you so much.
Okay, amazing ingenuity. I love that you just like tackle every problem that comes your way and that you guys use the skills that you've developed to just build something great. Like, congratulations.
Thank you.
It really is impressive that you're building and you're just jumping in and you see these opportunities. You also have to get a patent on that Sunbelt thing. So could you please file for a patent on that?
Yes, so
Okay.
we looked into it. They're about $20,000 a piece.
I bet someone will do it for you.
I hope so.
Less than that. But you have to do that. So if you think about which part of the business, if you only focused on which part of the business, do you think it would end up becoming bigger than the other part? Which is the one you'd rather lean into?
So in the long run, our fabrication side, but our trash removal picked up very quickly, very fast, and it actually feeds our fabrication side. Trash removal is kind of a 6-month, 7-month span of the year, whereas our fabrication spans through the entire year.
Looks like you're learning what all entrepreneurs learn early on. They have an idea, and then as it grows, they become an employer, right? They're two different skill sets, and it sounds like you have a team. I think that's awesome. Like Sydney said, this is exciting, and I can tell you're passionate and a hard worker. So as you grow this business, which side are you most excited about? Doing the actual work, because I'm sure you're really good at the actual work. And then hiring, managing employees is a different skill set. Which do you feel that you will be best at, and what will be the best way for you to manage your time in those two categories as you grow?
So once we get big enough, we plan to hire someone to do that for us, but our biggest passion is in the building. Our designing. We design all this on paper, and then we put it into a SolidWorks program, which is a 3D program on the computer that we can then present. We have so much fun building and representing ourselves through what we do, that's what we hope to stay with, but then also bring other people on so we can do more things outside of it.
Congratulations on what you've done so far. Very impressive. I have a quick question and then a little bit of advice. You said you're a co-owner, so who are the other partners and what are their backgrounds?
So I have one partner, his name's Lucas Duncan. He's not here. We decided that presenting would be easier with one. We've been together since kindergarten, and his background is he's a nationally ranked fabricator through Skills USA. I'm a nationally ranked automotive technician through Skills USA. We have both been working at UB Tech since our 4 years in high school, and all three received welding certificates to the highest extent, and I've received my auto certificates to the highest extent. He owns 51%.
Just a quick comment. You're throwing your line in the water and seeing, which fish bite, and you got several things going on. And it looks like you're really a problem solver, and you're trying to figure out what stream you're going to pursue. I think you need to think about a bigger brand, an umbrella brand, that we solve problems through fabrication.
Right.
Or messaging other than just your names on that. I think you could really do a lot.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with all of the products and services that you've come up with. And I guess just what is your target market? I know you're solving problems locally, but it seems like a number of these products that you've come up with could go nationally at least. So that was one of my comments, is make sure you get a patent. You haven't gone down that road. That's critical before, you know, it gets too widely distributed out there. But have you thought about your target market? I mean, it sounds like you're starting kind of local and taking opportunities as they come. But
So right now our target market is honestly just our local companies. So we have a company called Carl's Carpet, Sunbelt, Napa. We are starting to start there. One day we hope that our trailers would get that big, but it is such a hard market, like industry where we're at. Where we're at, it's really hard to say, oh, hey, here's this trash trailer. You can use it 3 months out of the year. Come buy it because it's amazing. Like, it's hard to put them abroad right now. That's why we actually have that second amount of income.
Just one last question. When you fast forward 5 years, what does the company look like in a perfect scenario? Assuming you get the capital, like what's the ideal? How big could it be?
Well, we're in an oil field town, so we've seen huge shops, huge mansions, huge trucks. That's where we hope to be. We're just in a rundown small 2-bay shop right now. We hope to build our shop, build our truck, service truck specifically. We want to be able to do junk removal and fabrication at the same time. So at that point, we would split and we would have our part in that, but we wouldn't be part of junk removal anymore. They would have a set number of service trucks and a set number of trailers, and then we would then move over to a fabrication side, get professional fabrication equipment instead of doing everything with our bare hands.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Kyson. Special thanks to Duchesne CAPS Director Michael North, as well as the InvestNest Director Mike Gamble and their student team Macy Perry, Tyson Vanderlinden, and Shane Riley. Next up, we have Ryder Lloyd.
It ain't for the money, and it sure ain't for the fame. And believe me, it ain't ever been easy to play this game.
Hello, everybody. My name is Ryder Lloyd. I'm owner of Timpanogos Livestock, LLC. I've been successfully showing show pigs for the last 10 years of my life. Our goal at Timpanogos Livestock is to raise and breed high-quality stock and show them nationwide. By providing show pigs for the youth programs such as 4-H and FFA, I hope to provide pigs that will not only win awards, but also teach kids lessons and provide a positive learning experience. With my invested money, I will go out and buy 4 sows, an average of $1,500 a piece. With that, I'll buy 4 farrowing crates and any other additional items that I will need for farrowing pigs. And for those of you who don't know the terminology I'm using, a sow is a female pig that has had its first litter, and a gilt is a female pig that has not had its first litter. Farrowing means a sow giving birth to piglets. My goals of growing the operation is to go and purchase a bred sow, go and purchase 4 bred sows ready to breed, and each year I would like to add an additional 4 sows. At year 5, I will cull my 4 oldest sows and keep culling 5-year-old sows every 4 years. This is just a little graph showing my herd numbers throughout the years. 2024, I will have 8 sows and I'll be farrowing 16 litters. Speed up to 2030, I'll increase 4 sows, cull the 4 oldest sows. I'll have a total of 20 sows and I'll be farrowing 40 sows that year of 2030. I went ahead and added up what it would cost to raise and farrow 1 sow. It's $3,226 annually. Each litter has a potential of $12,500. A sow can produce 2 litters a year, which conservatively gross $25,000 per sow. This is just a little graph showing my cost per litter versus my income. And I went ahead and I went ahead and got the averages of 3 recent sales that had happened within the last 2 weeks. This sale sold 106 head, and they averaged $4,500. This sale had 96 head, and it averaged $5,100 per head. And the last sale had 103 sold, and they averaged $5,000 a head. To further back up why I feel my numbers are conservative, those 3 sales kind of shows what the average online pig sales are going for. And then along with breeding sows, there's also a lot of additional revenue sources that go on with it, like brokering other farmers' hogs, selling my breeding stock, and the biggest one is boar collection and semen sales. For example, this is the boar roll call. 50% of roll call semen rights sold for $500,000. As a senior at Wasatch High School, I've been in this industry since the 1st grade. I love it, and this is what I live for, and I look forward to continue working in it for the rest of my life.
So I love your business, and I love the profit margins of your business.
Thank you.
And I love that you love your business. So talk a little bit about the numbers that you were talking about. It seemed like it was kind of conservative on growth over the long term. If you wanted to do it bigger, how would you do it bigger?
Well, my additional start off was buying 4 sows, like I said. If I wanted to go bigger, I would just purchase more sows, more farrow in crates. So I would go out and purchase 8 sows, then I would I'd have 24 litters to farrow that year.
Is that something you would do if you had the money, or is money the limiting factor?
100% I would do that. And the cool thing about it is even if I had 40 sows, I myself wouldn't need to hire anybody because I myself could do it. I could do it all. There's people around the country that single-handedly have 120 sows.
Yes, very impressive. So I assume it takes a lot of land to be able to do this as well. What resources do you have right now to be able to meet your business plan?
So I was actually fortunate enough that my whole family has been in the pig industry, and my dad, he raised pigs, and my grandpa built my dad a pig barn, and that pig barn is still standing. And I actually went in and I built 16 individual pens, and I fabricated all the pens, making it so that I could take them all out and put in farrowing crates. I've actually bred 2 sows, and we've had to take out 4 pens and put 2 different farrowing crates in the barn. So as of right now, my barn, everything that goes in the barn, everything to do with the barn, it's set up perfect to start going. And as of right now, I have 3 gilts that will eventually start my breeding program. And I got those 3 gilts because this is my senior year. And once I'm done with high school, I'll be done showing, and that's when I'll start breeding.
Great. So you're already well on your way, it sounds like.
Yep.
Okay, great job. I also love that you brought the pig as part of your experience. It's just like, that's just such a great thing. Will you tell us why you also gave us these boxes?
So everything I just explained in my PowerPoint was my show pig business. And something that I didn't even touch on was my production pigs. So there's a difference between the production pigs you buy at the grocery store and the show pigs like this one you see here. See, he's clean, he's nice, he gets along with my little brother. And yeah, and so production pigs, those ribs are actually out of my production herd. And I'll take for this group of pigs, I took 4 or 5 pigs, and I was actually feeding them human scrap food. And they weren't even getting pig food. I would go up to the bakery and buy donuts and stuff just to fatten them up. And these show pigs, they eat super, like they got really expensive diets. So,
Are you running both businesses right now?
yep. Yeah, and the production pigs, it's just, the show pigs are a lot of work, a lot of everyday work, and the production pigs are kind of throw some feed and water in, they just grow up.
I agree, that's the best visual aid I've ever seen. Pretty fascinating. And this smells amazing, so great job on all of
Thank
this.
you.
You obviously know your industry. This has been a lifestyle for you and your family. That's amazing. That's going to contribute to your success. The other part of it will be knowing your numbers and being able to track it and having some sophistication of the business side of it. How have you learned that side of it? How do you plan to continue to be a learner of business?
So luckily for me, I've shown around the country and I've gotten to meet a lot of different farmers around the country and some of the top breeders. Like I was saying, that $500,000 pig, that pig was sold by one of my top mentors. And where I got all this information, I actually called him. His name is Blake Goss. He won Breeder of the Year the last 2 years. So I actually called him and got the real life numbers from him. And I could call basically any top breeder in the country. They know of me very well from showing. And yeah, I've got a lot of really good connections in this industry.
Great job. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ryder. And thank you, Park City Caps Director Lindsay Huntsman and the InvestNest Director Justin Engelbright. Now presenting is Casey Woodland. We'll give him a second to clean up. Oh.
Hi, everyone. I'm Casey Woodland. I want to start with where it all begins. So in your boxes, you have my famous fresh strawberry pie cookie. This cookie is a graham cracker cookie. It features a marshmallow cream cheese frosting and a fresh strawberry pie filling on top. This cookie is inspired by my beautiful mom, who is pictured up here. She is my inspiration and where I get my love and my passion for my baking. Here's my logo, Cookie Creations. Maybe. Oh. Yes. Oh, there we go. Okay, so my mission is creating sweet memories one bite at a time. Ooh. Cookie Creations' main purpose, it's not gonna work, but Cookie Creations' main purpose is to supply Guzzle, a soda shop, with all of its baked goods. For my marketing slide, if you'll take a look in your box, you have an Oreo cake pop. Featured on the bottom of this cake pop is the InvestNest logo. I've always lived by the saying, help me to help you. With that being said, this cake pop will be offered in all of the Guzzle stores. And if somebody orders the Oreo cake pop and they receive one featuring a logo, they will receive a free drink with their order. On the stage for you today, I have samples of my regular weekly items. So we have peanut butter cookies, no-wait peanut butter cookies, brownies, classic sugar cookies, the classic chocolate chip, snickerdoodles, scotcheroos, and then cake pops. They depend on the season for the flavors. We have 10 flavors currently. We are constantly striving for great tasting products, quality and quantity, listening to as well as using customer feedback, and then effective communication with managers of Guzzle is key. Some operations, daily management, supply orders, ordering systems, employees, cleaning, and accounting. Now here's where it gets to my favorite part. You can see this tiny little setup in my basement where I'm doing all of my baking. What this money will go towards is my bakery. It is currently being built. Here are the keys to my future. This bakery is super important to me. My dad is amazing. He's the one building it. And the $10,000 from before InvestNest will go strictly to utilities so that we can be up and running sooner. As we all know, bakeries come with high expenses. So we have the fridge and the freezer, the mixer, and the ovens. The fridges, freezers, and oven are all $6,000, and then our mixer here is $1,900. I wanted to give you guys an example of just my profits so far. So for total sold to Guzzle of cake pops, we have $11,714 for a gross profit of $17,577. I sell these cake pops to Guzzle for $1.50, and they turn around and sell them for $3 a piece. So my costs, it cost me about 33 cents per cake pop, so we have $3,865.62 for a net profit of $13,711.38. The cookies is a lot lower because we aren't doing cookies. I've just done a few specialty items here and there. So we did the fresh peach pie version of my cookie, and that sold out within the first hour. Here's just a projected sales in cookies. So cookies are in 1 dozen, and then the O. Henry's and the brownies come in 4 dozens. This is just what an every 2-week order will look like from Guzzle to me. My plan's to give back. I want to have a grand opening for my community who have given me so much. That way they can come and see what I'm doing, what my business is about, as well as I plan to, in the future, do some nonprofit baking lessons for children in my community. Here's just my cookie creations. Go ahead and give me a follow, and thank you so much.
Okay, I gave you a follow.
Perfect.
Congratulations. And I mean, I love that you just like are all in and that you got one, like a business customer and that you're going for it. Talk to us a little bit about other opportunities you have in your local community to also provide. Like, how do you think that looks and how big do you think you can get it regionally? And then where would you go from there?
That's a great question. So for my community, I've already been given so many opportunities. My principal just asked me to do a dozen cake pops for the governor who's coming to my school this week. So that's super exciting. I have an amazing community that supports me. I get regular orders, for birthdays, and we have a local realtor that has me do cake pops for her every now and again. So I have incredible support there, and I plan to just grow that through social media. So for the grand opening, there's going to be a text message that people can sign up for. So when I have extra cookies and cake pops that I plan to just have a dozen here or there, I can send out on that group text that people have signed up for, and they can come, they can receive. As well as the baking lessons, I'm super passionate about. My mom taught me how to cook. I'm sure she didn't want the messy attitude in her kitchen, but she put up with me, thankfully. So I plan to take that burden from moms and let their daughters come and learn how to cook, and even sons, really just anyone.
Great job. I'm excited to try these too. It'll be the perfect dessert after we eat our ribs. So I'd love to know a little bit more about your contract with Guzzles, how formal that is, and if it precludes you from selling to other competitors of Guzzles, just how formal that has been, and if there's a set time, is it a 12-month contract where you'll reevaluate? Tell us more about that.
So my uncle, he is a partner in Guzzle. He sampled some of my work, sent it to his business partners, and was like, look, this is the real deal. So from then, I started just doing, right there at the beginning of summer, I started supplying them cake pops. And from then on, it's just kind of gotten more and more formal. So they are helping with the bakery. They're super invested, and their plan is to expand and have 40 to 50 Guzzles throughout the U.S., and I plan to grow and expand with them. I am kind of exclusive to them, but with their permission, obviously, I hope to do more and just grow my business as best as I can.
So I just tried it, and it's so good. So
Perfect.
Really good job. What do you? I asked this question before, but 5 years from now, like what in a perfect world, if everything goes great, what do you see the business being?
In a perfect world, I plan to be keeping up with Guzzle's capacity. I want to not only provide, like I talked about, I want quality and I want quantity. I hope to be the test kitchen. I hope that by then they have a separate bakery that does, these more basic cookies so that I can be the test kitchen and we can introduce more options for our customers. It's kind of what I'm doing now with the cake pops, but just on a wider scale.
Thought about having like a plant bigger than Gus's, not having them be your only, but maybe something like 10 or 20 or 30 Gus's or whatever it is.
I have thought a little bit about just going on my own, but truthfully, I feel like the cookie world, as we all know, is a tough world. You have Dirty Dough, you have Crumble, you have it all. And Guzzle is the perfect way to get my name out there while also keeping me protected from those sort of businesses. I thrive off the competition, and I actually, if you read one of the reviews in your packet, my math teacher says it's better than Crumble. That's his words, not mine. But I do plan to expand, and if it means breaking away from Guzzle and offering it to other companies, then that's what it will be. And I hope to collaborate with other businesses as well. So through the Invest Us logo, I can do more of those types of things. That way we promote businesses on both ends of the scale.
So the cookie business is very competitive, as you know, and you've got some really unique things here. I love what you're doing. And have you thought about developing the cookie line with a little bit more of a health image, like you've got strawberry cookies with real fruit in them and maybe peach and other kinds of things? And then I think maybe your next move might be to try to do catering at big corporate events. If you have to, so do you have any ideas for more products, and what would be the next move outside of Guzzle?
I definitely do. So when it comes to a health cookie, I mean, we all know you can eat as many cookies as you want, but they're not going to have a positive effect, right? So I hope to maybe partner with somebody like the Food Nanny one day with her kamut flour. She does all clean, amazing ingredients. I hope that one day we can collaborate and create something super unique that has health benefits, or even a company like Clean Simple Eats. Those, just getting my name out there so that they know who I am, and then we can do some collaborations and make something that is healthy for the public.
Okay, and that is all the time we have for questions.
Thank you.
Special thanks to the Davis School District CAPS Director, Tyler Cole, and the Investments Director there, Paul Lejenquist. Our next presenter for the night is Bryson Ripley. We'll give him a second to get everything off.
Woo! There we go. I got some samples for you guys. The two in the back, when they're faced to you, are the bigger sizes. So if you got big fingers, that's for you. All right. Hello, judges. My name is Bryson Ripley. I'm 17 years old, and today I will be seeking $20,000 in exchange for 0% equity in my company, Silverware Creation Co. Have you ever been eating your favorite bowl of cereal and you look down at that spoon and you're like, man, I wish this was a ring on my finger? So have I. And that's why I invented my company. So a little bit about it, right? We take recycled silverware and convert it to customized premium rings, or you might know them as spoon rings. The niche market is for the personalized gifters, thrifters, teens, moms, and more. Specifically that gift market, right? All right. There we go. Our identifying values. You might say, okay, Bryson, people already make spoon rings. That's not a new thing, right? But I've always learned growing up, right? If there's already something good, right, how can we make it better? So I was thinking, what business can I do to make my, this industry of spoon rings even better? So I came up with our 3 identifying values: one-of-a-kind sourcing, premium quality, and the design-it-yourself experience. Now, today I really want to focus on the design-it-yourself experience. I've been selling on Etsy for just like a month and a half. Before that, it was just a hobby, and now I've been turning it into a business, and I really want to take it to the next step, and that's where this third design-it-yourself experience comes into play. So here's the vision for taking silverware everywhere. How does it work? So this is a little bit how it works. Right? I want to get this website. So I have this domain and everything, and where the money's going to go is into developing this interactive website. And just watch. Here we go. So the discovery page, right? You go, you search through our selection of cool spoons, forks, knives, keys, anything we can turn into a ring. You go through, you can get more information, right? What material, what sizes does it fit, the price. You can decide, do I want to polish it? Do I want to keep it antique, right? That's the first step. Then from there, with our sizing tool, you can do an at-home print-off PDF, right, to figure out, okay, what's my ring size? Because that's a problem, right? So you can figure out what's your ring size, then pick the exact part of the spoon you want to be your ring. Sometimes spoons have a cool design on the bottom, sometimes cooler design on the top, so that allows you to get the exact ring you want. Then from there, with enhancement through laser engravings, you can get cool inscriptions, right? Like your birthday. If you forget your mom's birthday, put it on a ring. Then it's there, right? That's what I'm saying. I don't forget my mom's birthday, by the way, but just saying. With that, oh, and then the silverware tracker. So from here, we are going to produce in order of when we get right orders. So you can see, where am I in the queue? How close am I to getting my ring? Then see, am I on the list, on the bend, or on the road? How close are we to getting your spoon on your finger? And then you get your awesome silverware. Look at that. Oh yeah, nice breather, right? All right. Oh, there we go. Okay, so here's our pricing. So you go, right, you look, different spoons and forks have different pricing depending on how much we think it's gonna, right, the material, right, is it silver, stainless steel, etc., how much time we think it's gonna take us. So for the pricing range is $20 to $40. Then inscriptions for an additional $10, gift packaging, etc. You can see the keys I gave to you, or the spoon rings I gave to you, are in the gift packaging, where you get essentially the head, which makes it a lot more personalized, right, and makes it feel more like it was a spoon, right? Then, there we go. The margins and revenue. So based off of labor costs, shipping, supplies, net profit ranges from 58 to 78%. That's just based off of, if I had the cheapest spoon and I was selling it for the most, or the most expensive spoon, selling it with the least amount for materials. Marketing. How am I planning to drive traffic? So with that, Etsy ads. Right now I said I'm on Etsy, but there's so much limitations, which is why I want to create this interactive website. Etsy, you can pretty much only choose, this is what spoon I want, and this is the size, right? Then influential friends. I got a couple of friends. 2 of them so far I've already agreed, and the other one I'm talking to just about some free promotion, right? Hey, my friend's doing this cool business. You guys should go buy a ring, right? For your mom, for yourself, whoever. Then social media marketing. I'm on TikTok and Instagram and just getting that paid promotion as well as free promotion. Then the team. So right after we got this going, how are we going to keep it up? Marketing, operations, and shipping craftsmen. These are the people we need. And then, of course, the ringmaster. Whoa, that's me, okay? I'm the general manager, the customer satisfaction, whatever you need. That's me. I'm your guy, all right? Whew. Oh, next slide. How are we going to scale, right? Keeping up with orders. I made this awesome 1-week scalability chart at like 1 a.m. last week. And look at this. If I was getting 1,000 orders, this is how many people it would take me, how much time to get from order to your doorstep, right? So within 1 week, this is the resources. And with that, finances. Wow. So you can see, if I was getting 1,000 orders in a week, which is crazy, I've been making $17,000 to $37,000 of profit, which is pretty cool. Not that I would be, but if I was, that's how I'm getting there, right? All right, and then the $20,000, so the expansion plan. So specifically the interactive website. Without the website, my business is just another spoon ring thing, right? So that is key to the business. So the interactive website, which would cost at least $8,000, I'm expecting probably more for that, right? And then a fiber laser. So for the laser inscriptions, which you can see on this right here, there's a laser inscription. So I need a fiber laser, which then is going to go into other products as well in the future. Work studio, so physical space, inventory, etc. Then the future, right? So heirloom rings. You can give us your ring. We'll make it a spoon for you, as well as key rings, taking old keys, bending them into rings. And I have 2 examples on the table as well of the keys. And then buying silverware, where we can take people's collections if they have cool antiques that they got from their grandma, right? There we go. Oh, deep inscription laser. There we go. Okay. Oh, click the button, Bryson. Click the button. There we go. Okay. All right, deep inscription laser. Oh my gosh, bro. Okay. Don't do anything. Okay, so deep inscription laser. So with this, not only can I get those deep inscriptions like you saw, but also this can expand to laser engraved keychains, personalized wallets, right? Expanding this inventory and expanding the product base to customized premium products, right? For gifts. Specifically, the gift market is really where I see this. And then, last but not least, the Silverware Creation Studio. So think Build-A-Bear Workshop, right? You're going in, you're bringing this cute girl, you're like, hey, let's make a ring, right? If you had a girlfriend, this is where you take her. I don't have one, but if I did, this is where we're going, all right? And so we walk in, we make our spoon, we go through that process in person. Think Gem Studio, right? Similar to that. But instead of the gem focus, it's more this spoon ring focus. And so that is the long-term goal. But before that, all the website and stuff. And so that's my presentation. Thank you, guys. Thank you. They're all dead. Do you want me to, can I give you this? And then, okay.
So, great job, very creative. One thing that I want to make sure that I understand.
Yeah.
Sourcing the silverware, the keys, providing them as options for people to buy, or do they provide their own?
No, so yeah, I am sourcing. So I go to different local antique stores, Etsy sellers. There's different people where I buy the spoons. Is that what you're asking? And then I convert them. Yeah. So I just, like I said, I just started like about a month ago actually selling, and I sold around 22, and that's like not really with marketing. That's just based off of friends. And for that, I was just selling them at $15. This, I want to make it more that premium, right, where you're getting the experience. So I've sold around 22 rings with that. Mhm. Thank you, bro. Thank you so much.
Like a whole following that's your fun personality that's really youthful and playful. I think that's really cool. The key thing, that's new. I've seen these spoon rings before.
Yeah.
The key thing's new.
The keys I'm doing, just me.
Yeah. I would play that up. I think that's a really cool thing. We all have old keys, or if we sell a house but want to keep the key, turn it into a ring. I think there's a lot there. I'm excited for it.
Thank you so much.
I totally, so like nailed the presentation.
Thank you.
Nice job. And I just love that you're like thinking of all of these creative ways to do things. So much of the world today is going towards experience. And physical stores are hard to scale.
Yeah.
But like the online application is super interesting.
That's what I was thinking, because it's a massive capital investment to get an in-person place. So I'm thinking start with the website, and then if that is successful, move in person. If not, that's all right.
Great job. Good job.
I was wondering,
Okay. Ask me later.
Hey, thank you, Bryson, for sharing your work and your presentation. Thank you, judges, for being here. And thank you to Nebo CAPS director and teacher, Rhonda Hare and BJ Ford, and InvestNest director, John Ward and Travis Hansen. That was amazing, everyone. Thank you all for coming, and thank you to our statewide sponsor, Zions Bank. Make sure to go vote for your favorite presentation with the, with the link, and pick your top 3 and submit. Voting will close in 5 minutes, and the QR code is in your program pamphlets for the audience. And judges, the QR code is inside your judges' pamphlets. So yeah, 5 minutes. Thank you, guys.
You let me stop right. The clock is ticking, running out of time. So we should party all night. So cover your eyes, I have a surprise. I hope you got a healthy appetite. If you I don't wanna talk about things we've gone through, though it's hurting me. Now it's history. I played all my cards, and that's what you've done too. Nothing more to say, no more race to play. The winner takes it all.
Okay, thank you to everyone involved for helping us put on this event. A special thank you to Wasatch High School Sting TV and Corey Lang, Lori Turnblom and her stage crew, and Gerald Baum. We couldn't have done this without you guys. Now we're going to hear a few words from Wasatch High School Principal Justin Kelly.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys for being here, judges. It's been a great night. Let's give our presenters one more round of applause. It started at 2018, and it's been really cool to see the progression of InvestNest go from a small dream that JW had and these guys to now we're having a state competition. It's awesome work. I just appreciate it. Wasatch High really does want to thank InvestNest for giving our kids an opportunity. We had a great time a couple of weeks ago with our students, and now it's been amazing to see their presentations kind of fine-tuned and able to bring to light some things that are going to happen for these kids. It's awesome to work with the youth every single day and to see what they come up with. I'm pretty privileged as a high school principal to work with kids. I was the middle school principal for 9 years. So the high school kids here at Wasatch High has had me from the time they're in 6th grade until the time they're in 12th grade. And it's been really cool to see them start out as 6th graders and now to see what they're doing as 12th graders. So again, thank you for being here. Thanks for supporting InvestNest, and JW, thank you guys for all you do with InvestNest. Thank you.
And now we're going to hear a few words from Jennifer Christopoulos, one of our amazing judges. Here, I can bring it to you.
Thank you. Well, thank you, everyone. This has been exciting to be part of, and just from Zions Bank perspective, we're happy that we get to work with JW and be part of this. As a local bank in the market, we really focus on entrepreneurs and want to make sure that we're helping those businesses succeed, because that helps our communities succeed. And we're so thrilled to be part of this, where we can see innovation at work, because really our state is so successful with small businesses and the innovation that comes from that. And so we just want to congratulate everyone that was here and made it to this point. It's really impressive. I understand there were a whole bunch of different presentations and groups at each school, and so congratulations to those that were able to make it this far. And we're just really excited to be a part of it. One of our goals as well is to make sure that we can provide education to these young entrepreneurs. And we have resources that are available. We have a resource center that can be used free of charge, that we can help them. Doesn't look like they need much help though. Their mentors have done an awesome job. So great job in getting them paired with people that can really help them. They seem to be even that much further along than some of the businesses that we have walk in our door asking for help with some financing. So kudos to InvestNet and all that you've done. And we just are really pleased to be a partner in helping these small businesses get up and going.
Okay, we're going to bring all of our presenters on stage, and then we will announce our winner. So yeah, just line up when you're on stage. Okay, go.
All right, thanks again for coming out tonight. So our winner of tonight for State InvestNest is Ryder Lloyd.
Okay, this has been such an amazing event, and a big thank you to our judges. Thank you to all our sponsors for making this possible, and to you, our audience. We wouldn't have this event without an audience and support. Parents and friends, you are welcome to come take pictures with our contestants, and thank you all so much.